What is it today? January 5th. Oh, can you record for us? Perfect. It is January 15th. We are cruising into 2020. You guys are making some serious moves. The energy is up. I'm really excited to see it. My energy is way up. Like, created my vision board, went to Super Saturday, told Alicia to create a vision board because I really felt like when I did it, I got so much more clear on what I wanted to do this year. I reconnected to the whole like premier, elite, rank growth type thing while still keeping like my big picture goals in mind. So definitely, if you haven't made a vision board yet, go and do that. Yes, make yours ASAP. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have to be, it could be a bunch of words on a cardboard box for all I care. Like just something that you can look at and go, oh yeah, today I'm showing up in my business for these reasons. Like I'm going to shoot some invites out. I don't care what they say because I know that my big picture, my big goal is important to me, not their opinions of me, right? It has to be bigger than the fear you have of sending invites. So anyway, we are taking that energy right into February, and you probably saw on the team pages, it is Team Cup month in February. That might mean something for some of you. It might be brand new information for others for listening to the recording, but essentially Team Cup is a way to catapult your business in what might be a slower month otherwise. It's a way to kind of get in the right headspace, to go after a personal goal and to work with people on your team who are going after bigger goals as well. It's a great opportunity, and we'll talk a little bit more about this, but it's a great opportunity to kind of awaken the new coaches on your team. And we have a speaker on tonight who can kind of speak to that. And so I won't go too much into it right now because we can gab after Ashley speaks to us. But is everyone here? I just lost my train of thought. But anyway, I'll go into more details about it. But I invited my friend Ashley on tonight. You guys may have heard from her before. She's joined us for a team call, but she was part of the winning Team Cup team last year. And that is no small feat because it is throughout the entire company, this team had to achieve major success. And she's going to tell us exactly what that looked like for her team, some tips that we can really take and run with for the month of February. And in general, she already gave me a tip. Ashley actually gave me a tip in December that helped me lock in Success Club like the next day from 0 to 6. So tune into these, write these things down. And Ashley, thank you so much for joining us tonight. I know it's late. I know you have a life and a team to run yourself and children to put to bed. So we appreciate it. But I know this team likes to hear from people other than us.
No, thank you guys so much for having me. I love, it's easier for me to speak on other people's calls than my own. So we're 3 in a row this week. So I'm good. But thank you guys so much for having me. I'm just going to give you guys some tips and tricks and like what worked for me. But interrupt me because I can be like a squirrel and go all over the place. And if you have questions, let me know. I'm not going to read the chat because then I'll lose my train of thought. So
I'm going to interrupt you right away because I realized I didn't preface this with letting new coaches in on kind of the details about it. So Team Cup, in a very small nutshell, basically you accrue points as a team. So you individually accrue points, and those points come through Success Club points, through your own rank advancement, or one of your personally sponsored coaches rank advancing. They don't have to be on your team to earn that point. They just have to be your PS coach rank advancing.
Summit.
And Summit ticket. If you have a Summit ticket, you get 2 points. So accruing points is the goal, and energy. And now, thanks, Ash.
Oh, you're welcome. And then obviously you want to hit Success Club because that's where you're going to get the other points. And there's some cool prizes. Actually, there's better prizes than there were last year, but I'm not going to complain. So for us, my coach asked me, I was 1 month into the business and my coach had seen that I was showing up, I was hitting Success Club, all the things. So she had asked me to be on this team. And it's actually kind of funny because I said no to her twice. And I said no because I was like, nope, I can't hit those numbers. I can't help those people, you know, whatever. And she's like, what is holding you back? Like, just lean into that fear. And she's like, and what I'm trying to tell you guys too is, don't think of it as a number. Think of it as the amount of people that you're helping. And once I switched that mindset, and because we were told we had to hit a certain number, Success Club, and I can go into that after, but I was really nervous about it. But then once I put people to those numbers, I was like, no, I can help that many people this month. Like, it's not going to be a problem. So what I wanted to tell you guys is, and I said this before, is February is hard, and usually there's sometimes a program coming out. And for me, Transform 20 came out. And I know that right now we're all in Bar Blend, and 10 rounds is coming out later and all that. So I would just say, since there isn't a program being launched, find the program that works for you. What is the program that changed your life, that you love, whatever it is, and jump all in with that program. Run a challenge group based on that program. For me, I'm just going to speak what I did. Transform 20 launched, but the big thing with Transform 20 is I have so many people tell me they don't have time in their day. And so I was talking to another coach. Can I swear on this call? Okay. So I was talking to another coach, and she, never really finishes a program. And she's like, you know what it is? She's like, if I don't have 20 minutes and you don't have 20 minutes, like, you're just an asshole. And I was like, I love that. And I'm telling you, I take that, use that if you want. I ran with that, and so many people laughed, but signed up, because they're like, you're right. I can fit 20 minutes in. So for me, Transform 20 launched at that point. So I just used that and I ran with it. You can do, Bar Blend. Maybe, do you have 30 or 40 minutes, 21-day fix? Do you want to start, using the containers, and you have 30 minutes a day? Just find that program that changed your life, that you're so passionate about, that when you talk about it on your stories, people don't care what it is. They want that energy. They want that happiness. They want whatever you're talking about. And for me, that's kind of what I did with Transform 20. So I would just suggest too, and if you're currently in bar and it's going to be continuing into the month, run a second group, no matter what it is. Just find that program that you're passionate about, and don't think that you have to do a group based on the program that's launching at that time. Like when the work came out and everybody jumped on that, I was like, nope, that program's not for me. Fast forward, it's one of my favorite programs now that I did. But just find whatever works for you and just blast it on your stories, in your news feed, having conversations, and all of that. So that's a huge suggestion that I have. The tip that I gave is about BOD subscriptions. So if you guys go into your online office, your coach office, you can run a report on when people's subscriptions are renewing. And what I would do is, anybody that is renewing in January, or like right now I'm looking into February, is I'm reaching out to all of those people. And I'm like, hey, your BOD is renewing next month for $99. For an extra $60, I've been talking about Bar Blend because it's I think it's like one of the cheapest challenge packs right now for what you get with it. I was like, for $60 more, you can get Shakeology, you can get the performance line, you can get affirmation cards, a new nutrition book, you get VIP early access to Bar Blend, even if you decide you don't want to do it, and all of that. So then you're going to get the Success Club points for that challenge pack. It's a higher commission. And that way too, if you are having a hard time hitting Success Club, those people renewing, but with a challenge pack, you'll get the Success Club points with it. I will throw a little disclosure in there today. I reached out to some people and they were like, oh yeah, I haven't been using it, but that's okay. And you just keep having conversations with them, because there will be people that want to renew it. And I spin it like I'm trying to save you money, because you are saving them money essentially. So that's a big thing. And you can run those reports. You can run a full year report, or you can run them monthly. Something else that I did, and I don't think I got anybody from it, but it is an idea. You could always take out an ad on Instagram. I paid $20. I took out an ad. It was me holding up a sign saying I was looking for 20 boss babes. And it brought a lot of engagement into my page, my page. So I can't really tell you anybody signed up from that, but it did start a lot of conversations, and it got me out there showing up on people's news feeds. So, if you have an extra $20, $10, there's so many different ways that you can run ads. What else? The biggest thing is just 10x everything. if you're sending out 20 invites, do 100 invites. If you're sending out 100 invites, do 200. I've spoke about it before. I think I spoke on your call too about the high performance planner. I use it, and it's really great if you put your personal life in it, if you work full time, and then find those pockets of time that you have and plug in your invites. You don't have to do 100 at once. Do 20 here, 20 there. Do your personal development in the car when you're going to work or you're going somewhere. Throw it on when you're working out or you're taking a shower. Whatever. But I would just say to 10x everything. Keep inviting, connecting with people, following up. Like if you guys, I will tell you, I still use pen and paper for everything. And I will transition at some point to Google Streak because I feel like, the proof is in the follow-up. And there are people that I have lost before because it was my fault. I forgot to follow up with them. So follow up with those people that you've been having conversations with, or you forgot to follow up because you looked at your list and was like, oh, maybe that person. So it's really just kind of 10xing everything. Another thing that I did last year is I gave incentives away. And I know sometimes it's not feasible for everybody, but I was in it to win it. And so I basically gave every single person that signed up with me a shaker cup with their name on it. I bought the shaker cups from Beachbody. I bought stickers from Amazon, and I threw an energized stick in it, and I mailed them out with a thank you card. Anybody that signs up with me gets a thank you card with like a sample of something. But people really enjoyed that. But I could also promote, if you sign up, I'm going to send you something, as a thank you. Like this month, I'm doing weights for Bar Blend. They're $9 on Amazon, but it's an added incentive. And at the end of the day, if you're trying to help people and get customers and hit Success Club, sometimes those incentives work. So that was huge. The other thing is I send a newsletter every single month. So ramping up to Team Cup, I probably send 2. And then in the month, I send 2 or 3. I always grab people's emails when I'm talking to them. If they want more information, I'll gladly have a conversation with them, but I always grab their email so that they can go in my newsletter list. And I think just, putting recipes in there, providing value, things like that, really help people and get them to sign up. And then, like I said, so for us, we were in it to win it, right? So I was told when I said no twice that I had to hit a minimum of Success Club 40. And it was like, no, like second month of coaching, no way, this is craziness. And then when I was told, like, stop thinking of that number, it's 20 people. More than 20 people. You connect more with 20 people on an everyday basis. When you put names and faces to that, and you're like, yes, I can help 20 people or more. That's kind of where the mindset shift came in. And that's really, I feel like, what took off. And I always joke with that team that I was the first person to hit my numbers. So it's a big mindset, find a personal development podcast or book that really just, fear is the biggest thing that holds a lot of people back. It holds me back, not so much anymore. But that month was really when I leaned into that fear. And I was just like, I don't care. And I just had so many conversations, told people they were a-holes if they didn't have 20 minutes to spare to work out. And that's kind of how I did it. Any questions or?
I love that you speak of just like that shift. I think that's so huge because every time I talk with people, when I'm like, why do we tell ourselves like Success Club 10 is like this big scary thing? That's 5 freaking people in a 30-day on average month. And that should be like pretty, I won't say easy, it's simple, right? Like it's simple to reach those numbers if we're doing the things that we're like really confident in. Like can you speak to like your mindset of like going into that month, knowing you had to hit Success Club 40 or find 20 people? Were you just like balls to the wall, like cold invites? Were you sending out like, hey, I've got this group going off, like just that kind of, when I say cold, I don't just mean like, hey girl, I'd love for you to join my community, but like the energy of like, I've got this new group kicking off and I am reaching out to see if you'd be interested. Is that the kind of conversation you were having?
Yep, I did that. And then anyone that was, and I still do it now, anyone that watches my stories, I reached out to them. I thank them all the time for, watching my stories or liking my posts. I always have a group also running, so I have somewhere for them to invite you. You hear this all the time. But during that month, I said, hey, we have a new program coming up. It's 20 minutes. I know you're a busy mom or you're a working mom or, whatever. And that's kind of how I did it. I also went live. Some people overthink lives. I don't love them. But I just remember that day that I did the ad, I went live and I just did it and it came out really good. I did get in it's funny. I got in like a tiff with somebody because I called diets fads and they didn't like that. So that kind of fueled my fire to this person, because almost like the failure or the negativity from people, I was like, I'm going to prove to you what I can do and what I am capable of. So that's kind of how I did it. It was just genuine conversations. And I feel like for me, leaning into Transform 20, again, who doesn't have 20 minutes? Now, it's not the best program for everybody, because what we found out is a lot of people that signed up, it was a little bit intense for them. But it was fine, because then you have on demand. I can transition you into something else. But I feel like, for me, like the work is seriously my favorite program now, but I'm not going to promote that because I don't think everybody can do it. However, 21 Day Fix completely changed my life, got me into Beachbody, helped me lose 72 pounds, the whole shebang. So maybe February, that would be a good group. Because something else I forgot to mention is January 1st, lots of people are like, yup, I'm on the health and fitness train. Let's do it. And then when they don't have that support and they don't have that accountability, they fall off the wagon. So February would be like a really good month to recommit. I also find that people are more interested in nutrition. I did a poll the other day and people said that they struggle way more with nutrition than fitness. So you could always run an Ultimate Portion Fix group or, become a master coach. I did for Ultimate Portion Fix because it changed my life and I wanted to get as much information as I could from people, for myself, but also to provide value on my stories and in my team and all that. So I think if you have some program that you are just so passionate about and you talk about it on your stories and whatnot, like people are going to want to sign up with you. They don't care what it is. And I just invited. I mean, that's really what it is. I'm a very consistent routine person. If you're not, that's okay. Just get in the habit of it and use the high performance planner because it literally has half-hour blocks and you just plug it all in. Did you share with your team the VIP thing I sent you? The VIP paper?
Yes.
Okay.
I hope I did. Oh, yes, I did.
Okay. So this is good too. If you don't know, this was in a VIP group that we did, and I use it every day. I think we're given so many tools too that people get really overwhelmed and like, I should use this, I should use that. I've tried everything. The best thing that works for me is using this VIP tracker per se. And then I use the Success Club tracker that Beachbody provided just to write out who I'm connecting with on the date. I don't use the actual first page of it. But if you need help on what to post on your Instagram stories, I mean, these are all tips. Daily life, workout clip. If you do all of this, and I've been doing this for 2.5 months straight, and I've seen a significant shift in my business. Maybe not my numbers, but the conversations I'm having, showing up more authentic. I mean, I'm pretty authentic on my stories, but providing more value, trying to be, I want people to watch my stories and keep coming back. And sometimes, especially I work full time, I don't always get time during the day to pop on and do a video. I share a lot of funny quotes and whatever. But these little tips like product use, workout tip, talk about your group, and it's all on a specific day. So if you follow this, it can really help you. And then you'll become more consistent and all of that.
I love that. I love that you said how you were a brand new coach. Mm-hmm. Second month in. So if you guys are new coaches or new coaches listening to the recording, this is your time to shine. Think of all the people that you know that you have not even connected with yet. Mm-hmm. And even for veteran coaches, it's all about the energy and it's about your confidence. And I think really if you're focusing in on a product, having that start date, it's so much easier to invite to something when you're here's my group, here's what we're doing in it. and you're invited to do it. And those conversations might lead to, I don't know if bar is the right thing to me. Okay, well, what are you up to lately? Oh, I go to the gym. I love the gym. Cool. Have you thought about like trying out our performance line? Right? Like the conversation opens up, but you go in with the invite, and if it's not for them, have the conversation and don't just be like, okay, sorry, I asked, bye, and like retreat. We have something to offer really everyone. And I think there's just power in knowing that you own your business and you're going after these goals, and you're not like murdering anybody by sending a message to someone and inviting them to a group, right? Like we just need to get over that kind of fear. And once you start doing it, the momentum grows. And when you start getting those yeses, it's easier to reach out and get more yeses. So success breeds success. And Ashley had mentioned to me that you hit Success Club 42 or something that month, and then the next month was Success Club like 34 or something, did you say? So like those conversations, even though they may not have locked in there, she was setting up, like planting the seed for so much moving forward. Like that's huge as your second and third month as a coach.
And we all rank advanced too. So every girl that was on the team other than our coach, we all rank advanced. So there's definitely something to be said. And I also think when, you're building, I don't know if you guys have built your teams yet, but when you're doing Team Cup and you're all together and you're having conversations, and whether you're in text pods or you do Zoom calls or whatever, that small group of just like encouraging one another, and, you're all going for one common goal, and you're all helping people in all of this. And also like, with the, what was I going to say? With all the yeses that you get and you build that momentum and you're so happy and you're so excited, that when someone says no, it's a little bit easier to accept that no. Because in the beginning, if someone says no, you're like, exactly, like, oh, I'm sorry. And now it's like, okay, like move on. And I listen to a lot of podcasts. That's kind of how I do my PD. And I've heard so many say that, like, if you're not getting no's, like you're not doing enough. You're just not. And even someone said, oh, who was it? Keisha Fitzgerald, I think, or somebody, I forget, that if you don't get unsubscribers from your newsletter, you're not sending out enough, or you're not doing enough. Because in the beginning, that bothered me. Like when I would get a notification, I'm like, really? Like, I thought that was a good newsletter. Like, especially like people I know, I'm like, yeah, thanks a lot, Gina or whatever. It's not really her name who did it, but now I'm just like, great, you're unsubscribing, next, and I'm constantly building people and putting them in that email list, because they may not sign up today, but they're still watching my stories, they're still commenting, they're still interested, they're getting my newsletter. And a no now is just, I'm not ready, and they'll say yes later. And then just think, if you win Team Cup, you get to go to LA, you get to do a lot of fun, cool stuff. So
it's very cool. Very cool. We will continue chatting about all of this, but I want to open it up for questions if you have questions for Ashley, so we don't keep her on all night. But loaded with tangible tips. Like I wrote them down in like bullet points to make sure I have like focus on a program, check with your bod subscription renewals, consider running an ad. If you do run an ad, I would consider looking into something about how to do that, so you're not just throwing $20 out the window. But 10xing things, using incentives, sending a newsletter, using that email list, right? And an email list doesn't have to be something scary to run away from. Like you can literally go in and just look at who has bod subscription, run a report for that, copy the email list, type out an email that just says, hey, hope your bod renewal, hope bod is going well. If you need any support, reach out to me, that kind of thing. But anyone have questions about anything that they did on the team, that techniques, or she really covered a lot. So yeah, feels good. Good tips.
And you guys are all capable of it. Believe me. It doesn't matter what rank you're at, how long you've been a coach, as long as you can push that fear aside. And obviously I can say it now, but if you push that fear aside and really go into the mindset like, okay, we're going to do this. I have to hit those numbers. I'm going to help those people. And you just are consistent every day. Now, for me, I 10x'd everything, but I never felt overwhelmed. I just I did what I was supposed to do, but I did a little bit more, but I was excited too. But I never felt like, "Ugh," you know? So just know that you guys are all capable of it, and it's
Yeah,
fun.
and you're working full time, and you're a mom of two, and you're a wife. And so all these excuses that we can all create, like, oh, I'm not going to be, I'm not going to do big things in February because my schedule's different. Like, it's an excuse, an SLB, self-limiting belief. Yeah, there's power in just setting a goal and making it a non-negotiable. And although Ashley Mold said telling her it was non-negotiable, it was up to her, right? She could have done absolutely nothing that month. Ashley didn't fire her or anything like that. So I will say Ashley Molstead also hit like SC 300 or something, but Dana and I are talking about having like a mini cup within our team community. So
Great.
even if we're not doing like SC 300 something to win the ultimate team cup, like we can have power within our little community and celebrate that, which is really exciting because
That is
I
awesome.
would be really cool with just achieving like my personal best, like over Success Club 25. So,
yep. And like with Ashley, like she's been doing this a long time. And so like, that's why she has a huge social media presence. She has a podcast, like she has things. And that's why she's able to hit those high numbers. And that was the fear that like freaked me out, because I was like, oh my God, she hits these numbers in like a couple of weeks. But that's why I joke like, I hit them before you did. I mean, she ended the month more than I did. But that was the fear that was holding me back. And here I am, this newbie coach. And, people had reached out to her to be on her team, and she reached out to me. And I said no twice, which is just funny. And then, my husband was like, why are you saying no to her? And I never listened to him. And I was like, I don't know. He's like, well, she obviously sees something in you. I'm like, okay, why not?
That's so cool.
It is. And it's a really cool story. And we all, like I said, we all rank advanced, and it was a really, 2019 was a great year. And that was just awesome. It was awesome.
So cool. I'm ready.
Good be.
Thank you so freaking much for hopping on here. We will let you get your sleep and get up early.
I'm gonna be up at 4, so thank you.
I know, crazy. So thank you so much for hopping on. I know everyone's quiet right now, but I think they're absorbing things. Thumbs up, feeling good. You guys are, great tips. So,
and anything you guys need, seriously, just find me on social media. I'm around. I'm inappropriate. Whatever you need, just reach out to me.
I love it. All right. I will talk to you later.
Thank you.
Bye, Ashley. Thanks. All right, you guys. So we were just, we only have a couple things to cover, me and Dana and I. And one of those was just kind of like that Dana had brought up of like, let's do something within our team. And it kind of unfolded to being, well, let's create teams within our team, like whatever they can be. You can have a teammate from outside of our team, but I just mean, let's create that energy in there, develop teams within our team, and have some fun doing it together, and having kind of like maybe a top 3 teams or something like that, depending on how many teams are enrolled. But I will open it up to Dana. I know she's got a couple of things to share with you guys about her thoughts on Team Cup.
I think it'll be the top 1 team. I just think it'll be super fun to kind of rally together to compete, not just with our 5, but as an organization. And I was going to say too, if you're still looking for people to join your team, you can always post in the difference makers too, to check out who needs people. But I wanted to just go over quickly, if you guys didn't look at the actual FAQ for it. Okay, I closed it out. I was going to post it for you. But I know it has to be only 1 star diamond and 1 diamond coach, and then the rest have to be coach or emerald level. So be aware of that, because otherwise you won't be able to sign up when you go to register.
And you don't need a diamond and star diamond. You can, like, it can be a team of emeralds, new coaches, nothing. You could get a whole ton of rank advancements in there. But if you can have 2 diamonds, but you can only have 1 star diamond. So 1 star diamond, 1 diamond, the rest emerald and coaches. That makes sense, guys?
It used to be 1 diamond, I think.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to make sure that you guys know that, and then the registration link is in the team page, and all you're going to need is people's names, coach ID numbers, and emails to go ahead and register, and you pick a team name. And then if you guys didn't look yet, I was looking at the prizes today and they're super cute. The tier 1 prize is a 10 rounds tank top or t-shirt. And what you have to do to win that is you have to be a part of a team cup and you have to hit at least SC5. And then the tier 2 is a Beachbody gym bag, which is like so cute. And all 5 members have to qualify for SC5 on that, for that tier. And then the third tier is a rose gold bar, like a fitness bar for Bar Blend program. And for that, it says all members have to earn at least SC5 and be in the top point earners for either diamond and above team or diamond and below team. So like, you're really going to have to rally if that's something you want, but I don't know about you guys, but it's a really cute rose gold bar. So I wanted to make sure you know the prizes because it's fun. And then obviously the team cup reward is a trip to LA. So what I did want to say is figuring out how to pace yourself. Like, I know you just heard her say 10x yourself, but figure out how that pace is going to work for you. If that's going to be like, you're going to power hour Monday through Friday and you're going to double up your numbers, or you're going to do it 3 days a week and you're going to triple up, or you're going to do it 7 days a week. But figuring out what that looks like for you so that you don't burn out halfway through the month. If you're really pushing to beat like a personal best record, I totally suggest picking like an overall team goal that you 5 can share as a team together of a goal that you guys want to push for, and then also setting your own personal goal for that month. So maybe you've never hit Success Club 10 before, and that's a push goal for you. Maybe you want to go for SC20. Maybe you've hit really high numbers before like I have, and you want to beat a personal best record. Whatever it is that makes you fired up and excited and pushes you out of your comfort zone and a little bit past that fear like she talked about, set that personal goal for yourself and getting excited about it. And then I personally would suggest sitting down before the month of February and doing like we do as new coaches and making a memory jogger list. So writing out a name of 200 to 300 people on your Facebook, on your Instagram, go through your phone, go through your email, of people that you can, once the month starts, know who to go reach out to and connect with, so that you don't roll into the month thinking like, I'm going to throw up this post and maybe I'll find like 5 people to invite from there, kind of a thing. Having a game plan of who you're going to connect with before the month starts. And then for actually just like working with your team, because I personally, what I love so much about Team Cup is you get to share best practices with people, and you get to have like that added layer of accountability of checking in with your team. So whether you want to create a text message or a Facebook group or a Facebook message thread, I personally think text is easiest to keep up with. But having a thread that you have for your team and decide, are you going to check in weekly? Do you want to check in daily for accountability to say like, I got my vitals done today, this is how many invites I sent? Like, you decide what that accountability looks like for you, but use it, because it's so much more fun when you're working with other people and you get to check in versus like just doing it on your own and not telling anybody, right? Because doesn't it feel good when you get shit done and then you want to celebrate it with somebody? So do that within your teams. And then also just sharing best practices is a really awesome thing to do. Like, everybody invites a little differently, or follows up differently. Share the invites that you're using. If you are new and you don't have a group running for February, you could team up to run groups so that you can be inviting to that together. But I personally suggest sharing invites that are working for you, follow-up messages. If you have people that are not responding, I send a lot of messages like, hey, I hope I didn't offend you. I just wanted to check back in. I'm really passionate and excited about what I'm doing, and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss you. Something like that, where it prompts people to respond. So any little tips that you have that are helping you get responses, help new people, share those in your thread. And that's about it, other than just celebrating each other, because it's so much more fun. Like I said, when you have people that you're checking in with and people that are going to celebrate you, when you're like, yay, I helped somebody today, and they're going to celebrate with you. Laura,
can we do a quick like something for Instagrams, because I have to go put my kids to bed. I'm sorry.
Welcome back.
Hi. This is like the best I can do right now. I'm sorry.
You're doing great.
TV. I got to get them out off the TV and reading and in bed.
I'm so glad you're on.
I'm boomeranging.
Okay, ready? Everyone, yeah. Okay, thanks, guys.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
That's it. That's
I
all.
was gonna, just jump on that and say, like, rank advancement, guys. It's kind of just this mindset shift, really, for me. This, like, when I talk about like 5 people should be easy, emerald is easy, diamond is easy, right? And I know that's gonna rub people the wrong way, but hear me out. I just feel like if you go balls to the wall and say, I need to enroll 8 people between now and February. How many days are in February this year? 29? It's a leap year, right? Okay. So
29.
Yeah. So when I first started coaching, before I knew anything, it worked in my favor. Everyone I talked to, everyone got enrolled with a challenge pack because that's what I knew. And everyone got enrolled as a coach. And if they wanted to cancel the next month, that's fine. But that's how people enrolled. That's how I hit diamond within the first couple months. I forget what it was, but I hit 2-star in the next year because it was just the way we operated. And we didn't know all these things about, well, if you want to enroll as a coach, do it this way. If you want to enroll as a customer, do it this way. If you want to have a discount, and it was just, here's what we do. I'm going to enroll you as a coach. You're going to get the products that I started with. You're going to get a discount the next month. If you want to cancel, just let me know and we'll take care of it. And it was as simple as that. And so I encourage all of us to go out there and just be confident in the way we're enrolling people. We're saving them money. We're building our business. We're pouring into these people so that hopefully they'll want to start to pay it forward. And if they don't, we help them cancel, and hopefully they stick with us in a challenge group with our products. And it's as simple as that. So let's get after it in January, in February, in 2020, and let's build our teams, and let's go in with the confidence and the energy and the fun and the community and all of the things we love about this, and just tell people how they need to get set up, because they really generally don't have any idea how they need to get set up for success. So we can help them do that. Of course, there's going to be people that say, I don't want to enroll as a coach. I don't want that. Fine, navigate that, enroll them as a customer, whatever. But I'm telling you, when I first started, it was just the way we enrolled people. So maybe that helps some of you. Maybe it doesn't. Do what you want to do, but just sharing my little 2 cents on how to have a killer rank advancing and energy and confident year.
And you guys just remember, as you're sharing it, it's all about the voice and how you're sharing it too. Like, in general, like, I tell everyone, I give the people an option, but I literally just tell people as I'm getting them a challenge pack, hey, throw it out there. It's not a big deal. When I sign you up, it's going to ask me to sign you up as either customer or what they call a coach/discount coach. No pressure to coach. No one has to coach. And I always say things like, I don't actually want anyone to coach unless they want to on my team, and I'll just say, but I don't know about you, but I love to save a buck. And it's basically like the BJ's Costco wholesale membership. Like, no pressure, but like no reason to spend more for something than you really need. Boom. And 99% of them are like, yeah, I don't want to spend any extra money. And I give them a little graphic that shows the breakdown. I'm like, but totally up to you. You tell me. And once again, it's in their ballpark, but they know there's an option. And most of them say, give it to me. Like, I'm not going to coach, but you never know what they're going to do. I'm never going to coach too person. But just be nonchalant about it. Don't be sneaky about it. Just be like, this is the way it is. It's awesome. This is what I did when I started, and I had no intention to coach, but most people want to do that.
Kelly, and I want to add on there, because I don't know when I heard this at some point last year, but it really stuck out to me. And I know that a lot of us have really big goals for this year that are going to require growth in growing teams and finding people that want to join your tribe and go with you. Is always offering the opportunity from the get-go. Like, now when I do what you say, Kelly, where I share the graphic and I say, like, you can sign up as a customer or a discount coach, I let people know you do have the option to get the discount, like, just like as if you're a customer, but you also could start sharing your journey to earn income. And I let them know just right out the gate, because I was somebody that was interested in coaching right from the get-go. And you never really know, like, you never have any clue if somebody might be the slightest interested, and it's not fair for us to assume that they're not just because they're signing up for their own journey. They could really miss the boat, you know, if we don't
If
offer
they
it
don't.
with that.
And to say that, I do end up saying something about that. I'm like, but if you end up loving it like as much as I did, I'm like, then you can make some good cash from just getting your friends to join you along the way. Boom.
Yep.
You know? But then having said that, guys, just one thing to know is I know some of you are newer and some of you might not have seen it, but Mary Page and I had put together these now weekly for people that do sign up, a weekly like emails that can go out. And on the 4th week, it does talk a lot about how you can begin starting as a coach. So I think this is a huge piece as well. If everyone gets into just sharing these emails and tailor them to whatever you want, to right within the first month talking to them about coaching, because a lot of times we are all nervous about even bringing that up. And this is just a standardized form that lets them know, because once again, you never know who's going to be interested. And someone might have a killer first month and be like, this is awesome, I want to tell the whole world. And then boom, you got your next best coach, you know?
By the way, Kelly, I thought about this after the fact on that last email. So I didn't include anything about the Beachbody Challenge. So I need to go back and add that little blip, because that's like also kind of important.
Yeah.
But another thing that I've noticed, guys, is if you have a survey, if you're a new coach, you don't need a survey, like it's not necessary, but like if you have kind of an influx of people coming in and you just want like a really easy way to like get all their goals like in one place, this is why I use my survey. And I just, for some reason, had it in my head, oh, I'm not going to ask about the coach. You know, I'm not going to bring it up in survey. They'll sniff me out. They're not going to fill it out. But then, like, over time, I was like, what? I'm being dumb. Like, no, I need to just ask it. So at some point I added, well, are you interested in the 25% off discount? And people started saying yes. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then just recently, I'm like, why am I just not asking outright? Are you interested in making money for your family? And I gave them 3 options. Yes, maybe, send me details, and no. And out of the 6 people in the last week that have filled it out, 5 of them asked for details.
Yeah.
So if you don't ask, they'll never know. And if they find out later that they could have, they might be mad.
That's in my Mary Page too, and it says not now, but maybe in the future or something like that as an option. And people click that all the time, like not right this second, but they want to know down the road.
Yeah.
Let me just clarify too. When I was like talking about like enrolling people as a coach, that was my like diamond goal. Like I had a goal to hit diamond. I wanted it. I basically encouraged them to enroll as a coach and kind of went from there. Now that I know more and I'm more experienced in the business, I have those conversations of coach and challenger, or I'll just offer it quickly. If they don't have any interest in coaching, they're going to enroll as a customer, because we earn income through customers and blah, da, 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 da. But that's what I mean by we know too much. When you're a brand new coach, pushing for diamond, pushing to gain momentum in your business, keep it really simple. And just let them know, I can enroll you as a coach so you get discount. I can enroll you as a coach for free so you get discounts on your next month product. You can cancel at any time. That's literally like the sentence at the end of my enrollment. Like, I'm going to enroll you as a coach for free. You can cancel. And for my own personal preference, I might put a memo in my phone in 3 weeks, touch base, make sure they're enjoying the products, so they're getting it again, you know, that reshipment stuff. So anyway, customer service tips.
The last tip that I forgot that I wanted to say is make sure that you're really excited about whatever you're going to invite to in February, like towards the end of January into February, because I know sometimes, especially if you've been around a while and you've run a lot of groups, that you might, you know, have a group that's kind of ongoing, or you're just using content for it. And I know it's made all the difference for me that I kind of came up with a new boot camp idea, and I'm like so fired up to invite people to it. So if you're not feeling fired up about whatever you're inviting to, like thinking about how you can tweak the content to something that's like really powerful in your own journey right now, or something that's like really helped you transform since you started, or some type of motivational mindset, self-love, you know, factor that's a little bit different that you'd be really excited to offer people and invite people to. So it's a little bit different, and that will boost your energy so much more to have the confidence to take a whole lot more action on your invites. Cause I personally think that's a big a big factor. Is if you're pumped about what you're inviting to, you're going to want to invite everybody to join you. And that also comes with being really committed to your own journey. Because let's be real, when you're committed to your nutrition and your fitness and you're kicking ass in your own routine and you feel great, you want to invite everybody to join you on that. So
true.
Does anybody have tips or questions? You guys want to post in the comments, or do you guys have a team already, or do you need a team?
I still need to form mine. I asked Jess to be on mine, but that's about it. It's the two of us right now.
One more, I think, for ours. So.
And it will, as a tip for like coaches, it does you favors to like invite your downline, invite new coaches on your team if they are active and willing to invest in this month and go for it. Like, get those new coaches on your team, invite one person from your downline that you invited to gain momentum together. Like, you don't have to look like upward and reach for like people who are more experienced. Like, look into your downline.
Be the leader of the team.
Yeah.
Captain.
Yep. Invite someone brand new to say, hey, we are going to have a major month in February, and I think it would be a great time to start, and I will walk you through this month together, and we'll whatever. So a way to invite new coaches for a big month.
Yeah,
that has to happen now.
I was going to say, if you have discount coaches that are kicking ass in your challenge groups and seeing great results, and like you thought about inviting them to coaching, this would be a perfect time to do it, because you could help them get involved in something like that to start off. Like Ashley was talking about as a new coach, how it just helped her like fly right into success. Question for you guys, because I thought it'd be so fun to do, like we were talking about with like the team cup within our team. Of a top team, I'm really curious to know what prizes you guys like the most. Is it like t-shirts, water bottles, PD books, coffee mugs? Shout it out in the comments. I want to know. A wine. A wine subscription.
Oh wait, that was me. That was mine.
Yeah, Kelly, you were like smirking your face when I said
I was getting ready, and then hey, Steph, you took mine this week. I took your stuff last week.
You know what, girl? It's what I want too. I'll share with you.
Cleaning lady, maybe.
I'll go.
Tank tops.
Can I get a
Tank
base
top.
order? Hey, I just want to shout out Annalisa. I liked that thing that you posted that helped you like map out when you create your post content. And I like it. I'm still not daily with my posting, but it's really helping me. It was a very basic thing for me to fill out, and I really like it. So I wanted to just shout you out.
Oh, awesome. I'm glad it's been helping. I'm still I'm the same boat. I like have this as a general guide, and I haven't fine-tuned it myself, but I'm glad it's helping you too. Yeah. Thanks, Rach.
I can't believe how big you got already. All that good breast milk, mama.
Shako babies.
Champagne with personalized winner label. Or we could do champagne.
That's for Kelly, I mean.
Oh, yay. I like how.
All right, so fun things.
Why don't we just like put like a monetary value on it, and just like whoever wins, like we figure it out, you know?
Yeah.
Just an idea too.
I was just gonna do like fun trophies that said like Team Cup winner trophy. You can drink your champagne out of it, Kelly.
How about a sweatband with that Team Cup winner?
Cute
That's
headbands.
Right.
I love
That's
headbands.
right. Yeah.
All right, well, good. Now we have some ideas. So get excited, because we're going to announce and we're going to rally within our team to see who can change the most lives for Team Cup month. And I have a feeling this will be our most epic Team Cup month.
Yes. Oh my God. I have to say hello. Kelby just jumped on the team call. Kelby, you are a rock star. Kelby is brand new. I haven't even introduced her to the team yet. She's probably like, what is happening on this call right now? And she's probably in Texas time. So I don't know what time it is over there, but I'm just excited that I saw your name and you're on, and we'll introduce you in the team page. But everyone, meet Kelby's name on the screen. Can't see her yet. It's a surprise. I'll show her. No. But I'll fill you in, Kelby. Way to jump on. All right, you guys, have a fantastic night. I'm excited for Team Cup, and we'll see you in the page.
Bye.